Opening an old bottle of wine is one of the great pleasures of collecting, and this is one reason why you should have a wine cellar. We've brought up a bottle of 1965 Chateau de Bilk Shiraz from the cellar. We've had it standing for 48 hours. It's had a chance for the sediment to settle down, and now we're going to open it and enjoy that pleasures of waiting all those years. Now, once we've removed the top of the cap, we've seen that there's an enormous amount of dust that's accumulated, a little bit of fungus. Before I start pulling the cork out, because it's got some mould in it, I'm going to dust it. Now, I either need a very, very clean cloth that's got absolutely no smells to it at all to dust it down very carefully and remove the any sediment and dust underneath the capsule and mould. Now I'm ready to take the cork out. I'm going to use a wine waiter's knife for this operation because basically I can feel and adjust the pressure that I'm inserting the worm into the cork. First of all, I'm going to aim that centre of the worm into the centre of the cork, and I can feel already that it's a pretty frail cork. It's going in very, very, very easily, and I've got to be very, very careful how I screw this in. But this is why a good corkscrew is inevitable. You notice how those worms are sort of the spiral helix is grabbing that cork. I want a good grip on this. I may even go a little bit further than normal. A very frail cork. But I'm being very gentle. It's coming out, but I've got to control the movements. I don't want the cork to break. It's coming out rather well. And absolutely fantastic. I've managed to extract the cork, and it's actually looking not too bad for a cork of its particular age. I've lit a candle, and we're going to use this to help us identify any sediment that's coming out of this bottle. Now, one's got to be very, very careful in pouring this wine. We don't want to create a glug. We've got to create a nice, even pour. So here we go. We don't want too many air bubbles coming through. It's a very, very delicate wine. Certainly standing it up 48 hours in the cellar has paid off dividends because there's very, very little sediment coming off at the neck at the moment. We can't see anything around here at all. It's crystal clear. There's a little bit of sediment being caught in the sieve, but it's not a great deal. And the aromatics, the aromas coming off this wine are just very, very heady. It's just remarkable for a 65 vintage wine that this is just smelling absolutely wonderful at the moment. You notice the splash effect that's occurring at the bottom of the funnel, and as it's splashing against the sides of the decanter, and that's helping to warm the wine up as it enters the decanter, and actually aerating the wine as well. Now, still no sediment, which is quite remarkable. It's just beginning to become cloudy, and I think I'll stop it there. And that's around about how much you should have in the bottom of the bottle. Probably around about 30-40 ml would be left, and that's a little bit too dangerous to pour on the basis that we might wind up with a very cloudy drink. There's very, very little sediment in this particular sieve, and as you can see, that's a result of very carefully decanting the wine and having it stand for 48 hours before we were ready to serve it. A very good idea.